Good night, everyone. Tonight, God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma J. Spirit of God. I'm here to give you my story. My story tonight. Um, God doing a good work in me. Now, we're going to look at Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. Being confident of this, that he who begin a good work in you will carry out it on to completion until the day of Jesus Christ. Now, see, when God starts a work in you, when he have a plan for you, he's not going to stop until it's completed. Just like he told David, wherever you went, I was with you. He stood with David on 20 years until he got his seat. You know, because he had a plan for his life, just like with Moses. He had a plan for Moses' life. He stood by Moses until he was done. You know, and so God began a good work in me, and he had been by my side until it come to completion. You know, because when God have a plan on your life, he's not going to leave your side until that plan come to completion. Now, I was built tough enough to deal with this trial, you know, to not break, you know. Uh, I was built tough enough for this way, because see, God built me for this. He built this for me for a time like this here, you know, because everybody was like, she ain't human. You know, I'm taking all kind of licks, taking every kind of attack that the spiritual warfare or anything bring my path, and I still able to keep on standing. You know, because he doing a good work in me, and he built me tough enough to deal with this trial. You know, so we're gonna look at Jeremiah 1 through 5. Chapter 1 and 5. Now, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I know you. I knew you. Now, before you was born, I set you apart. You know, I appointed you as a prophet, you know, to the whole nation. You know, and so that's the same thing God did with me. Now, before I was born, God had a plan on my life. You know, 2019, when I learned that I was a chosen one, you know, when God started beginning a good work in me. You know, because when I found out who I was, that's when God started planning a good work in me. You know, I got this far by God guidance at this level of knowledge and move in the direction that God is leading me to. You know, because it's his plan, and we don't move and be guided unless God give us instruction to move. Because he going to guide us on our journey, you know, because he wrote the plan out and he know which way we should go. Now, we will look at Joshua, chapter 1, 7 through 8. Now, obey all the law my servants Moses that give you. Do not turn from the right or to the left, that you might be successful wherever you go. You know, now see, Moses about to be in charge. You know, and so God telling him, obey the law, the servants that Moses had. You know, do not turn from it to the left, and do not turn from the right. Now, successful wherever you go. You know, and keep this book of law always in your lips. You know, meditate on it day and night. You know, so that you will not, so you can be careful with everything you do, written in it. Now then you will be prosperous and successful. Now God telling Joshua, now you do whatever Moses had written down for you. And God telling him to meditate on that day and night. You know, if you meditate on this and do as it said, he said you will be prosperous and successful. Now I will continue on. I will continue on keeping God's commandment as I was instructed. I will continue meditating on God's word day and night, reading and fasting every day. I know if I obey, I will be prosperous and successful. God's plan that He has for me is spiritual. This is spiritual battle. It depends on maintaining my energy and my vibration, and also dream is a part of this plan. That's what keeps your vibration going. All the pain and suffering I go through, all the pain and suffering I go through, it makes me stronger. It allowed me to keep on going. And see, you'll think all that pain and suffering, all that I go through, you'll think I'll stop. You'll think my body will get run down and be tired. I'll be tired for a moment. I'll be dragging along. But God give me enough strength to keep on going. Now this is a good work that God placed in me. But I am still fighting a good fight until it comes to completion. Now God planned to have a connection with His people, that He loved. Now I have to show that same love and help the brokenhearted and help the lost sheep and bring much people as possible, to God, and spread that gospel throughout the whole world. Now God telling me, just like Jesus had to do when He was on this earth, God telling me I have to deal with the people that He loved. And I have to give that same love and help the brokenhearted and help the lost sheep to bring much people as possible to God. And spread that gospel throughout the whole nation, but being rejected, it's been a slow process. I do spread the gospel each and every day across the nation. That's what I do every day. But God planned by being, now Jesus was rejected. He didn't want here. He went to other states, and He made sure, because that was His mission. He made sure that He still was gonna get that word out. And that's how I am. I just keep on trying. That word get out every day, touching people's lives. We're gonna do our plan. No matter how it play it out, it's gonna get done one way or another. Now God placed something big in me, that it needs to come out. And so that's what I've been working on, concentrate on, what God placed in me. Like I said, this is spiritual battle. Everything deals spiritual. Now, all the good work God had done in my life, I will not stop until everything God had placed in me come out. I will not stop until whatever God placed in me come out. Because see, God placed it, He doing a good work in me. The process is moving along. It might be slow, but it's moving along. No matter what it look like, this plan that God has placed in me, the good work that God have done in me, it's gonna get done one way or another. Now, no matter what I have to face on this earth. Now we know Jesus went through a whole lot of stuff before He got on that cross. So every time I have to go through this difficult time, I think about what He went through. Because He went through the same thing. And you'll think somebody nice like that, won't go through rejection and all that. So rejection or whatever I have to face, I'm going to keep pressing my way through until it gets done. So no matter what I have to face on this earth, God built me for the time like this. So I have to keep pressing my way through. No matter how it look, I got to keep pressing my way through because He doing a good work in me. He doing a good work in me. So no matter how it look, He sent me here for a reason. Sent me here for a reason. And I will not stop until God's good work come out of me. Because I ain't going to be satisfied. Because God doing a whole lot of work in me. And I want to make sure, whatever He placed in me get accomplished. So I was sent here for a reason, to fight a good fight, to praise God. There is a God, and I'm a witness. I'm a witness to God. Miracles and power. I'm a witness to that God exists. I saw God in Jesus. So I know that's true. So I know that both is guiding me along. Trying to take me to the next level, trying to take me to my destination. And see, God not gonna stop. Whatever God plan is, or whatever He placed in my life, whatever the good work that He placed in my life, it's not gonna stop until it get to completion, until it get established. So I was sent here for a reason, to fight a good fight for a time like this. So what God started, He will carry it on to completion. God is not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. When God do a good work in you, He's not gonna stop. He said He was working with David. David, everything David touched, he went. He was accomplished. And Saul got mad, because God still was doing the work in David. God still had David in training, for when his time come. And so when God do a good work in you, God gonna prepare you for everything you need to know. He gonna prepare you for everything that you need to know. That no matter what, nobody can stop God's plan. Not even me. So whatever work that God does in each and every one of us, it ain't gonna stop until it get to completion. Till God get to His completion. And so I'm gonna continue on fighting a good fight. Among obstacles or wherever the devil placing in my way, I'm gonna push my way through, all the way to my destination. So that's all the story I have for you today. And also, you can schedule Bible study. That's a good way to learn, to get closer to God. Because even me, still, got to keep that connection going with God. Got to keep that connection going. And God like to see you reading your Bible and fasting. And that's a good way to learn. So I'm a witness to God of all the power and miracles that God does around me. I'm a witness to what He can do. I'm a witness to He can bring the dead back to life. I'm a witness to everything that God does in my life. Everything that been represented in that Bible. Some of that stuff that happened in my life. So I know the God is real. I know what the God, mighty God that we have, what He can do. He is a God with power. And He also is a loving, passion God. And so I'm a witness to all the glories that God done in my life. All around me. And so I'm a spiritual healer. You can book a reading, you know. Um, I'm a Mrs. Divine. So if you have anyone missing a loved one, even if it been 5, 10 years ago, you know, God and my spirit team, you know, they will still locate. You know, I don't have the power. Even though I have the gift, the power run through God and my spirit team. They would, they would pop up. She'll pop up the missing person. You know, because I would do the best I can to keep meditating on it for my spirit team to pop up that missing person. You know, so that's all I have for you today. That God done a good work in me. Slow process, but it getting moving. It's moving, you know, and He doing a good process. You know, everything that God do is gonna be good. You know, they say I put that about 2 or 3 days ago. The God marvelous plan. You know, marvelous plan that God had hidden way since before Abraham. You know, He had test Abraham if you're gonna do with this here with your son. You know, because I know what I'm about to do with my son. You know, to have starvation. You know, that was a marvelous plan to God, to all of us. You know, for Him to come up with that idea. So when God said He have a marvelous plan for us, your plan gonna be beautiful and all this. We have to believe it because God got good tech. Look what He did with that temple. You know, so He said He have a wonderful plan for me. You know, He said He had a wonderful plan for the Israelite. You know, and that one wonderful plan worked out fine because, you know, what Jesus had accomplished for salvation. You know, so when God do a good work in us, we just got to help God halfway to make that plan come to life. You know, so that's all I have for you tonight. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed night, and I see y'all in the next video.